No one told you life was gonna be this way. Welcome to the Generation Useless Podcast.
Instant.
Oh.
Whose dumb idea was this? The world may never know.
All three of us, collectively.
Yeah.
So how's everyone's week been?
Sitting inside, unless you're doing yard work. I have a first topic, but everyone else can talk about it. Go ahead and say what else you were going to say.
I guess, Noah, what have you been up to? You good, buddy?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What happened?
Hello?
You... Did this feel like a voice changer?
Or is it... Did you hook up your headphones to... Like, put your headphones on the microwave or something? All we hear when you talk... All we hear... Yeah. It's really bad. Like,
It's very bad.
your voice isn't glitchy. It's just a robot.
It's so bad.
It's same thing. After playing 5 hours of Doom today, I'm ready for him to jump through the screen and cut my head off.
By the way, how is Doom Eternal?
Doom Eternal's really good. Like,
Okay, because I saw bits and parts of it on the Twitch stream. And I was like, wow, it looks really good.
Yeah. It feels like a continuation of the first one. Like, all of your abilities and everything,
Really?
they didn't reset.
Huh.
So you keep your double jump, you keep, well, you don't get to keep your weapons, but, like, any sort of physical attribute, you pretty much just keep.
Wow.
And they build off of it.
Huh.
And then you have the killing aspect, which is, fun.
Because I haven't seen any combat, so.
It's, man, they throw like bosses in the middle of the hordes like later on in the game, and so I was on this bridge trying to fight a boss that I beat earlier, and I was kind of screaming the whole time. Also, Noah,
Did you figure out what happened?
you should leave the call and come back maybe.
Yeah, try that.
All right, guys, we're gonna have an ad read right now.
Hello.
There you
Hey,
go.
that's perfect.
I have returned and I am not a robot.
Okay, how about you tell us about your day then, or your week?
You know, man. Quarantine.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man.
Well. You know, just... I've done nothing.
Yeah, I mean, people who have allergies are like, oh, I'm just used to not going outside when there's pollen everywhere.
It's the beginning of spring and allergies are so bad, man. My throat is itchy and my eyes are even itchier. So, you know, that's fun.
See, I have a question. I came up with a thing today, and I want you to say if it's wrong or not. To white people, having to stay in your house means let's get our yard work done.
What was that?
Because every time there's like a
You guys there?
lockdown. Yeah, I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah.
People.
Welcome back. What are you saying, Zack?
But like anytime there's like a lockdown or anything that happens, white people just go, let's get our yard work done.
God. Yeah, I can see that.
Because like every single one of my neighbors pull out their lawnmowers and going out. My dad was on the lawnmower today. I did like 4 hours of yard work just cutting limbs, like literally kill me.
Oh, dude, you were cutting limbs today?
Yes.
Ah, my cutting limbs was on Saturday. Well,
See, we had to use like a chainsaw and like a stick, and like we had to get up there and like those huge branches.
dude, okay, so the trees were in like our old like chicken houses that we use for storage now. They had grown on the concrete on like 2 inches of soil. Full on trees, roots and everything.
What?
Yeah. And like you dig it up and then there's just a little bit of topsoil. The rest of the concrete isn't cracked or anything. I'm telling you, man, nature finds a way.
It's like I'm going up, wait. Like you ain't stopping.
I was waiting for it to just like crawl towards me or something.
It's like Jumanji.
Yeah, dude. The trees are alive.
They are. And the worst thing is like trees do feel pain. So every time you're like cutting some off it, it's like, oh my god! Ah!
Man, don't you love how trees are alive, but meanwhile the thing that's killing 300,000 people, no, infecting 300,000 people, let's hope it doesn't kill 300,000, is actually not alive.
I said, are viruses living?
No, they're not alive.
Because they can like mutate.
Because they can't reproduce on their own, they're not considered alive.
Oh yeah, true.
Hello.
Which is kind of wacky because I can also not reproduce on my own.
Yeah. Am I alive?
Welcome back.
I had to restart my phone. I come back to which I cannot reproduce on my own.
Which, in context, makes a lot more sense than it did there.
Yep.
Most likely, yes. And for some reason, I was about to be like, "What? You can?"
No?
As if I can reproduce by myself.
Wait, you can't?
What's wrong with you?
What? Can you not split yourself into 2 different separate versions of you?
Only on Tuesdays.
Noob.
I mean, that's what being asexual means, right?
I mean...
From a scientific standpoint, that's what it means.
Huh. I recently dug underneath my bed today because I had my headphones in when I went to sleep. And I woke up and then they weren't there. So I crawled under my bed and then
you got a shovel. You just put it straight through your bed and like, what's time to dig?
But never dig straight down. Never straight down.
Yeah, never straight down. If Terraria's ever taught me...
Love it.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I found like some old money that I had, just like the cool stuff, like $2 bills, gold coins, and whatnot.
Like
and I
a
found
$2 bill?
Oh yeah,
Dang.
I found these honkin' chonkers. This coin, it's probably like twice the size of a quarter, and it's bigger than a $50.
So when you go and say honk and chonker, I thought you were going to talk about like a rotten piece of candy.
No,
Like,
no.
it's honk and chonker. Like,
It's just covered in black mold.
it is mutated. Like it's grown legs. It started to run.
I've discovered
Like my-
COVID-20.
Like my Tic Tac is looking at me.
My TikTok has become a TikTok. Run.
Yeah.
Kesha?
Kesha. Why Kesha?
TikTok.
Catch these hands.
Shut the That was
Alright.
Have you not learned that I'm the king of dumb jokes?
Alright guys, you've heard it here first. I'm officially retiring from comedy. Noah has officially taken over the business. So,
Amy Schumer, is that you?
Hi, welcome to my new corporation. I have fired Amy Schumer and hired Adam Sandler as my new nighttime host. Have we even said our names yet?
I mean, I'm Zack. My YouTube channel is dead. I have uploaded, I think, at least 2. Because my friend made me get rid of the other one.
rest in peace.
Yeah. But it's okay.
R.I.P. in pieces.
R&P in pieces. Rest in peace,
Mhm.
Reese's Pieces.
I am
Amen.
Anthony, and I guess my YouTube channel is the one you're watching now. I am Roblox Dab God.
Retard.
Okay, don't, not the R word. Come on, man.
My name is Noah, and I'm just dead inside.
That's a good channel name. I mean, my channel's dead. It's okay. I am Flamango, if you're wondering. So, do not search up my stupid YouTube channel. My content is trash.
I'm going to link you in the description.
I'll
You
freaking
absolute
kill you, dog.
mongoloid.
Don't make me base me. I will do it.
I knew it was coming. I was like, okay, so I talked in the mic, Zach talked in the mic. I hear Noah rustling. The storm's coming.
The one without a PC is just like, this is my time to shine, boys.
I'm going to consume my iPhone, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Joke's on you, it was my headphone mic. Well, this is for you guys, huh?
Kill me.
Sorry about that, viewers. We'll be resuming normal commentary very shortly.
I actually do have a topic.
All right.
Yeah.
So today I got hit in the arm with a boomerang.
What?
The Australians.
Okay, so we were we were cleaning out bushes, like whacking at bushes to like get all the leaves and all the extra stuff off and everything. And then Jake goes in like the bush, like Anthony's been to my house, so there's like those bushes that you can like walk into.
Yeah, your brother
And
Jake,
then
right?
Yeah, that loser. And then he goes in and pulls out like a boomerang that we had at like age 12. And I was like, holy cow. I throw it and it goes straight up and then comes back down. And I was like, oh sweet. And then so Jake had to go do the weed whacker. Whatever you want to call it. But my dad was like telling him like, hey, you should do this. And then I throw the boomerang and it hits my dad in the leg. And he looks at me and he gives me like that eye, like,
Oh God.
I mean, because he when he was in basic training, he went to Australia, so he knew how to work that crap. He threw that sucker. He threw it completely away from me. I mean, it was like, if I'm looking at him, he threw it like 90 degrees right at me. And then it comes up in the air, it spirals, and it goes, blah! It smacks my hand. I screamed like you would not believe.
Dude.
Like, my dad, like, he's freaking Einstein. Like, he timed that angle perfectly.
Man.
But that's my story of me getting hit with a boomerang.
That's pretty hot.
I thought you were going to tell a story about like the Australians invading. But
God, no.
No, it's already happened.
Any day now.
Dude, all the charity organizations have stopped that down, so you gotta keep it quiet.
The Salvation Army is going to become a literal army.
Shut the freak up. It's like there's just gonna be the Salvation Army.
The Salvation Army. Back in my day, we called it a crusade.
Dude, literally, the Salvation Army is gonna be like the Fifth Horseman. Like,
Death, pestilence, war.
Famine.
Well, famine, salvation. All the old people when they're in the road, in the middle of the road, trying to get money with their little fezzes and their little bell, they hear the big bell from the sky and go, "My time has come."
yeah.
My time has come. Oh, so I recently had my first interaction with Star Wars. I watched.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I watched The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and I've started the third movie.
Star Trek's better.
Like, those movies are bad.
Phantom Menace is not very good.
It's not.
Attack of the Clones is alright. Like
Attack of the Clones is alright, mainly because of Django. But
Dude,
3 is alright. It's just very memeable.
Oh yeah. Like
And then you get to like the original series and it's like, okay, it's good.
Like,
Yeah.
I was watching The Phantom Menace and it literally felt like someone made, like it was fan made.
Yeah. basically. Like it basically was.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, Lucas, you ain't touching that movie. So like Lucas had like zero say so in the movie, if I'm right. So that's why I was like completely awkward. And then for the new ones, J.J. Abrams is just a genius and somehow connected it. Even though we don't talk about the Last Jedi, but
I
I
haven't
thought
seen the new ones.
okay, the new ones, Force Awakens is in like Force Awakens and the newest one are in the top 5, but they're at 4 and 5.
All right. That's
So
why-
they're so it's still good, but like the Force Awakens is the best ones of the new ones, and then in my opinion, the best Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back, which is number
6.
5.
Wait. No.
That was
yeah.
pretty good.
6 is the Revenge of the Sith.
No, 6 is Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah. Wait, Revenge of the Sith is the one I'm watching right now, number 3.
Yeah, the third one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. I had them all memorized. I was really proud of myself, and now I'm no longer proud of myself.
No, you're good. Like
Man.
I get them mixed up sometimes. Like I'll call New Hope like number 7. And like I'm like I feel awful now because I've grown up with these movies and I accidentally called New Hope 7.
Yeah.
So
I didn't grow up with Star Wars. I grew up with Star Trek.
ew.
What do you mean, ew? Star Trek is so good.
I'm not a Star Trek guy.
I don't know what it is about Star Trek, especially like the old movies. Even though the effects were bad, like Doctor Who level effects, there's something about like Kirk and Spock that are just kind of like, wow, I like these guys better than like any of the Star Wars characters.
Wow, I found my first ship of gay men. But I've seen the newer Star Trek movies and they're all right. But I've never seen like any of the older ones or anything. So
The new ones I enjoy for the special effects, but the old ones are just they have so much charm to them, especially like the Wrath of Khan and even the TV series, like Next Generation too. There's
Yeah.
something about all of those. They were just so like iconic and everyone knows about them and I want to watch them now.
yeah, like I've heard Star Trek is good, but I think it's kind of like the thing of, for me at least, it's kind of like the Harry Potter for me. Because like I enjoy Harry Potter, but I don't love it.
See,
I get it.
watched it.
Because like Talia, and by the way, that's my girlfriend. What a loser. She like every time we hang out, she's like, "We're gonna watch a Harry Potter movie," and I'm like, "Okay, sweet." The best one, in my opinion, so far, has been, well, it's probably a tie for right now, which is Prisoner of Azkaban, which is like that's a good movie, and I like the Goblet of Fire, honestly.
Prisoner of Azkaban is the best Harry Potter movie in my opinion.
It's
But
good.
when I started off with Harry Potter, I read all the books, and I loved Goblet of Fire as a book. There was so many like little things about the book that you couldn't have put in the movie that just kind of made it.
Yeah, like Goblet of
Especially the-
Fire is good.
The whole Dumbledore said quietly thing.
Yeah, that's I like when Talia told me about that. I was like, really? Like he like barges in that room.
Yeah.
He's like, Harry, Harry.
Yeah, in the books he kind of like pulls Harry over to the side and he's like, Harry, now be honest with me. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? But then in the middle of like in the movie, in the middle of the Great Hall, you just have Harry Potter. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, and he's like shaking him. He's like interrogating. He's like, what's your name?
Grab him by the collar and lift him up, throw him against the wall. Did you?
Puts the wand up to his neck. He's just like, Leviosa.
Don't let me give you another scar.
But Harry Potter, like, I'll be honest, if it's a series you want to get invested in, all power to you. It's just something I enjoy it, but it's not something I've like held dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
am I going to
understandable.
buy merch of it? Probably not.
Oh, I have.
Oh, I know you have.
I have a Slytherin onesie.
I watched you buy a free Dobby like backpack hanger
What?
or like
Free Dobby.
yeah, it was like a coat hanger. You put your
Oh
backpack-
yeah, it's like a little thing you nail into the wall. And you can put your coats on it.
Yeah. All I can think of was
Oh,
backpack
okay.
because you use it for that once, right?
No.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you mean I put my backpack on it? Yeah. But for some reason I thought you meant I used it as a backpack.
uh,
What was the last movie I watched? It was like, in my opinion, the worst one.
Was it Order of the Phoenix?
Yes, I hated that one.
Yeah, that's
I was
fair.
so like so non-invested.
The only case I've come across so far where the movie was better than the book was The Giver.
The Giver?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's just like, eh. I mean, I'm not a big Giver guy, so
I'm not either. The book was just really boring, and I knew that we were going to watch the movie eventually anyway in class, so I was just kind of like, I have free time. Why don't I just watch the movie at home? And it was so much better because you could actually like see the things that he was seeing through his
Yeah.
eyes instead of just reading about it.
yeah.
Yeah, which it does make it more interesting, just being able to like experience it firsthand.
Yeah.
I-
Sorry, going back to Harry Potter things.
Yeah,
But I enjoy Harry Potter, but I love Fantastic Beasts.
I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts yet.
I like Fantastic Beasts. I mean, I think it's mainly because of the thing of like I've grown up on like monster games. Like Monster Hunter World is like my top 3 favorite games I've ever played. So I think it's just like that animal lover kind of inside of me. But I
Yeah.
really like Fantastic Beast.
I really need to check out those movies.
I watched one of them with you
It's worth it.
and then David, and
Yeah,
I was
that was the
like,
second one.
I had no clue what was going on because I know nothing about Harry Potter or the world, and I was just like, oh.
I mean, like that was my first Harry Potter film technically as well. And yeah, and I was like, I had no clue what's going on, but it's cool.
No, if there's one series I will defend with all my might, it's Percy Jackson. I grew up on that series, and I've read every book that Rick Riordan has come out with, except for the movies. I do not claim those movies
Oh,
as
yes.
my own.
They are not canon.
They're trash.
The Lightning
Even-
Thief
even Rick
wasn't
Riordan.
completely awful, but
Lightning Thief
Even
was
Rick Riordan himself disowns those movies.
oh yeah, I don't blame him. The Sea of Monsters was really bad.
Sea Monsters
What
was
I-
awful.
What I'm really glad about right now is that he's currently pushing with Disney to get Percy Jackson adapted into a TV show that he will have like more control of, and it'll be
Oh,
more
yeah.
accurate to the books.
I would
Yeah,
totally watch that.
Disney
Me too.
Plus has Lightning Thief now.
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, this movie really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Lightning Thief wasn't that bad. Sea of Monsters is where it just got.
It was bad.
Ugh.
And speaking of Disney adaptations, do you see where they're going to do Artemis Fowl?
I've heard the book, but I never read it, so I don't have a connection to it.
Yeah, like I've never read it or anything, and I was just like, oh, they're going to do Artemis Fowl. That's cool.
I know Josh Gad is supposed to be in it, so I think he'll do a good job.
Probably.
I recently started watching Breaking Bad because I was like,
Really?
I don't have any animes to watch, so let me try Breaking Bad.
How is it?
It's actually really good. Like it lives up to the
I've
hype.
heard it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard
everyone
it's
that
really
I've heard talk about it has said that it's like one of their favorite TV shows, and I understand why. I mean, like, just the characters are all interesting, and then the meth cooking is interesting.
good. The only reason I watch it.
I mean, you gotta
I
learn
must
somehow.
learn.
You got to learn somewhere.
To reference Star Wars, I would like to be Walter White's Padawan. Did I do it, guys? Did I make a good Star Wars reference?
That's good enough, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Epic.
Now this is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
Oh man, I reached for my mouse and I just tried to do a glory kill. I played too much Doom today.
Okay.
You need to take a chill pill.
Speaking of anime,
Yes.
Doom. Speaking of anime.
there's one anime I have not watched, in general, and it's always looked at like I've always looked at the anime, and I'm just like I should watch it, but I don't want to get involved, and it's
Mhm.
My Hero.
Really?
Okay, I just finished My Hero Season 1, and honestly, it is overhyped, but it's not that bad of a story. Although I absolutely hate the main character with all my might,
Man,
all of my all might.
He's not a good main
With
character.
all my I hate him with all my.
I wish he would stop crying.
I wasn't born with powers.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
boo hoo.
He stops crying as much later on, but yeah, like season 1's rough. And
He cries at least twice every episode.
oh yeah, it's bad. Like he's not a very good main character, but the rest of the characters are all really good.
Yeah, I enjoy the other characters. My favorite is Aizawa. I love him.
Aizawa's great, yeah.
Which one is that?
He's a guy.
Aizawa's like Kakashi.
Oh, okay. By the way, I'm just saying Kakashi is the best part of Naruto 1. Just saying.
Yeah, he's the best part of the original series.
Yeah, I thought about watching Naruto. I chose Breaking Bad because I'm just like
Not bad.
Getting
I don't
invested
blame
into
you.
it.
I don't blame you.
getting
Like
invested.
Naruto,
into
If you
it's really
want-
hard.
it takes a while.
Yeah.
If you want an anime to watch, I suggest Death Note.
Oh my god! Like I refuse to watch that anime.
Really?
I refuse.
Really? Why?
Yeah, it's just like I can't get behind it. A book falls from the sky. You write people's name in it. They die.
It is a pretty weird concept when you first hear it, but when you actually start watching the anime, it gets like it's like one giant game of chess.
Yeah,
Because like
I know
all the
whole-
action
yeah.
sequences, yeah, all the action sequences aren't even like anything like fighting. It's just like very is how do I put this? It's like you had two giant brains that have to go up against each other to find the other one.
Yeah, because I know it's I know the main concept is like the book falls from the sky. He's putting people's name in it. They die, but he wants to find out L's full name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's who he wants to kill the most. And that's all I really know. And then like they just one up each other the whole time.
So he wants.
I
to,
say
he wants to get the note so he can death. All right.
Basically. Well, he has the note. He just don't know the name.
Oh, he
for
has a
death.
note. He needs a name to death. Okay.
Yes.
basically the way the Death Note works is that you have to have the name and the face of a person.
Oh, you need the face.
And since since he doesn't know L's actual name or what he looks like, he can't kill L.
That's interesting.
And it's basically this his huge cat and mouse chase.
Yeah.
I'd probably end up like watching it because it's pretty short, right?
It's like 37 episodes. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
That's not too bad. I mean, Cowboy is like less than 20, right?
Cowboy Bebop is my favorite anime.
I've been meaning.
I
to
love
watch
it.
Like,
I think it's 27 episodes or something like that.
that's not bad.
I'll have to try it. I think My Hero's like 60 something through season 3.
60.
Yeah, like 62, 67. Because the first season is
Sheesh.
short, and then the second and third are 25 episodes. But like it's
The first season's only like what 12 episodes,
yeah,
13.
something like that. But like it's a genuinely good show. I enjoy just all the different characters and whatnot. Like when they first introduced them, I was like, this is kind of lame. Why don't they focus on the main character? But then I understand why. They do. Such a
My
good
Hero
job.
feels like a combination of One Punch Man and Avatar: The Last Airbender, but in kind of a good way.
It does feel like One Punch. Because I was watching One Punch after My Hero, and I'm like, oh wait, they did that thing.
Like, I did see the thing of like, kind of like the Avatar kind of thing, where they focus a lot on side characters to get them developed.
Hmm.
And
There's also one like specific thing that they have that reminds me of Avatar that I'm not going to go into because that's like spoilers. But I feel like the creator does like Avatar because one of the side characters, his name is Todoroki, and he straight up just looks like Zuko.
okay. Oh yeah, Todoroki, yeah, because half his face is burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and apparently his whole gist is that he hates his dad, but I don't know anything beyond that.
Oh, that's literally Zuko.
Yeah.
Another anime I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's just completely overhyped is Demon Slayer.
That's what I've heard too.
But I've seen the art style and it's like very pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but don't quote me on that.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a big fan of like the '90s anime.
There's something about old art styles that are awesome.
Yeah.
Like my favorite movie of all time is Princess Mononoke, made by Studio Ghibli. Mwah, love that film.
Studio Ghibli has some good stuff.
Like, okay, I'm just saying, Mononoke, get Totoro out of here, get Spirited Away out of here. Mononoke is the best movie Ghibli has ever made.
I've only seen Totoro from that studio.
Watch Mononoke. It's my favorite
All right.
film of all time.
I'll watch it.
It's really good.
Let's see. I have
Like-
no clue what my favorite movie would be, actually.
Like, I used to say Jurassic Park because that was like my childhood movie, and
Yeah.
I love Jurassic Park so much. But then Daisy was just like, "Hey, watch Mononoke," and I was like, "Okay," and like I was like, "Oh my god," my mind expanded.
I think that's kind of like the reason I love Cowboy Bebop so much is just because like the art style is just like so '90s. It feels so good. The entire soundtrack is just amazing.
Oh,
and-
I mean, we can talk about the opening all day.
Oh yeah.
The
My-
opening
my-
of Cowboy Bebop is mwah.
One of my favorite things about Cowboy is the fact that they like don't straight up tell you the like any of the characters like backstories or anything.
Mhm.
They kind of show you through a series of like flashbacks and stuff, or they have like an episode dedicated to one character or so where they do something and it somehow connects to their past.
Are you telling me
Yeah.
they have filler?
No, well,
It's like semi-filler.
yeah, I would say that you could start in almost any episode and you could like know where you're at, but there's still like a consistent like story to it.
Okay. I'll just say,
Like you,
I'm sorry, but this is my favorite anime of all time. But I
Mhm.
think this anime does fillers so well, it's crazy, and it's Seven Deadly.
oh
dude.
yes,
Seven Deadly is
They-
insanely good.
They do. I think that show is very underrated.
Oh,
Art
yeah.
style is super, super pretty,
hmm
and then characters are so relatable.
Oh, yeah. The characters are extremely likable. I mean,
And then,
I'm ready for season 4.
yeah.
yeah,
I don't really like King, though.
really.
King is alright.
I'm okay with King.
Yeah, like, I don't hate him, but he's not my favorite.
My
really-
favorite's Bond.
Which understandable.
Bond is so easy to like.
Bond
Yeah.
has great characterization.
Like when you watch season 1, Bond's like that bad guy. You know what I'm talking about? He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, good. And
he's
he's like,
the
he was
bad
my
guy.
favorite. It's like he was my favorite, and then shut up.
Just stop talking.
And then like Bond was my favorite, and then there was just like, hey, here's Merlin, and I was just like, oh,
She doesn't have much characterization because she came into the story kind of late. But like
yeah. And then in season 2,
If you
they
wanna talk
really
about
showed
late,
off.
Escanor.
Escanor, but I love Escanor.
He came in
But
late.
Escanor is
So
dope though.
cool.
You
Yeah,
don't need characters.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I thought Escanor going in because everyone knows I was a little late going into it because I was like I watched it like a year later of season 2,
hmm
even though it came out like a year ago, and I was just like I should really watch it, but I never get around to it.
Oh
And-
yeah, I finished that before you even. I finished the whole series before you finished season 2.
yeah. Like when I went
I
to
don't,
Disney,
I don't even remember
I-
when I watched it.
like when I went to Disney last summer, that's when I started season 2.
Yeah, and it's really good.
I think it's better than season 1. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, what was the
I can see
first
that.
anime thing either of you ever watched?
Ooh, some people are gonna hate me for this one.
Sword Art Online, isn't it?
Yeah, boy.
Mine's SAO abridged, if that counts.
Yes, sir. Bridge is so good.
Yeah, that was with you
Yeah.
at your house.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing about SAO Abridged. The best thing about SAO is because it gives us abridged. Something Witty Entertainment are geniuses coming up with the storyline for that. Like SAO Abridged is so good.
It really is. I haven't watched
But-
the full thing.
But Noah,
Mhm.
yours?
My first anime series I watched was SAO, but I think the
Mhm.
first anime anything I saw was My Neighbor Totoro.
Really?
Yeah, it was in. It was at least like 3 years ago. Someone I was dating at the time forced me to watch with him, and I was like, "All right." And so I was like, "This is okay." It's kind of bland, but it's kind of sweet at the same time. Then I watched SAO, and I was like, "This is what anime is."
Like like SAO, like I well, here's how I see SAO. It's and this is what a lot of people agree with. It's you absolutely love it or you absolutely hate it.
Oh, definitely. Like SAO defenders
Yeah.
are insane.
Yeah.
Not
I don't-
okay. If you
I
defend
love
SAO, I don't
SAO.
hate you.
Yeah, like I love SAO, but I'm not going to defend it because it's a very flawed anime.
That's
Yeah.
what
Absolutely.
I was totally down to watch it, and then everyone talked about how bad it was, and I'm like, oh, I guess not then.
I'd say here's the thing. Still watch it. It's short. Don't go past Ironclad.
Mm-hmm.
Once spoiler, once they get out of Ironclad, stop.
Yeah.
Don't go any further. Fairies, Gun Gale, mm-mm.
Ugh. The first half,
Especially-
the first half is so good. It's so good. It has a nice story, awesome characters.
Good
But
love
then
story.
what?
Good love story.
Yeah,
Well,
I would
yeah,
love that. It was
yeah.
so good. And then once they get out, and then they have the whole, oh, was this a fairy world? And I mean, like, it is
Uh,
fair that there are other video games for that headset, but at the same time, don't make it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just okay. When the series ends, it needs to end. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
people who recognize that, I give mad respect. Like
Mhm.
people say that Breaking Bad could have went on for like 5 or 6 more seasons, but they just ended it because they felt like that was time. And then you
Yeah.
have people like The Simpsons who and Family
They
Guy.
should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, they're just kind of dragging it out.
And there's some animes that I see like that. Sorry to keep going on the anime thing, but like things like Dragon Ball. Like I love Dragon Ball. I recently got into Dragon Ball, but
I haven't seen Dragon Ball yet.
the thing about Dragon Ball is just like the universe is so vast they could just keep going with it.
Honest, yeah. Which-
And
If they have
But then
good
you have, like-
ideas, then
then you
keep
have
going.
things like Naruto that eventually made it in, but they did
Mm-hmm.
Boruto, and we don't want to talk about Boruto.
I think that Boruto is a good idea in concept.
Great concept, terrible way they put it out there though.
Yeah, because I don't know why this is the first thing I immediately think of when I think of flaws with Boruto, but it's Naruto's design. I don't like his short hair. I just don't.
I could see that.
And he
But,
doesn't have his headband either, which is iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's because he's Okage now, so.
I mean, even though he's not Hokage, I would still expect him to have. Do you remember when he got? Sorry for anyone who hasn't seen Naruto, or if you're going to watch Naruto. So,
Um.
do you remember? Do you remember when he got Jiraiya's book, The Tales of a Gutsy Ninja?
Yeah.
And he read it, and he had that like thing in his head, and you could watch that.
Yeah.
I was hoping that's how he would look. Maybe not quite the outfit, but I was hoping that's how he would look in the future.
Yeah. I could see that.
What? I guess that's about it.
But I was gonna say one more thing about
Alright.
like shows that just keep going on. You have your One Piece. Oh my God! Stop. Just
How many
stop.
episodes is it now?
I'll look it up real quick. while-
Pushing
while I'm-
1,000.
But you have other shows, like you have your Grey's Anatomy, especially.
Is it still
I
going?
don't watch Grey's Anatomy, but it's still going.
Oh my gosh, what?
Is it?
Yeah, it's still going.
Isn't it like 16, 17 seasons?
I have no clue.
Because I know someone
Oh
was
my
talking
God.
about watching all like 15 seasons or like binging them or something, and I was like, are you okay?
One Piece is at 924.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
There's so many shows that are ending this year, though, and it makes me very sad. Because two of my favorite shows that I've ever seen, Supernatural and Steven Universe, are both ending this
Oh,
year.
Yeah.
And it makes me so sad.
But aren't Steven Universe like continuing from a new series though?
I mean, there may be a
Okay.
spin-off, but we're in
See
Steven Universe future right now. But this coming Friday is the end of the entire show, unless there's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Really?
And it makes me so sad because even though it's gonna be 4 different episodes, it's only 4 episodes.
I mean,
true.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad. Because what did that show start in? 2012?
I think it was 2013.
2013. Yeah, that sounds right. Because Adventure Time and Regular Show were both 2010.
Yeah. Bless Adventure Time. Never
Rebecca
seen-
Sugar, the creator of Steam Universe, worked on Adventure Time.
Really?
Oh, I
Mhm.
think I may have heard that.
Hmm.
Man, I need to go
She
back
even
and
put a
watch it.
reference to Adventure Time in one of the new episodes. There's a car in the background that looks like Jake the dog.
Speaking of Jake the dog, just look
Yeah.
at my Discord picture.
That's what I was thinking. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today on the Generation Useless podcast. I look forward to whenever we upload another one. I don't know. Eventually.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Well,
And,
listening, not watching.
Watching,
Well-
listening. There's probably going to be a black screen that says, "Hey, welcome to episode 1. I hope you enjoyed Big PP." Like, you know.
you never
I think
know.
we're hoping to like upload this to Spotify, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
No. I didn't think we do this.
So whether you see this on Spotify, YouTube, or my iPhone, thank you for watching. And I hope you have a great week. Love you.